Good morning, everybody. Elizabeth here, and Cora, and Mr. Klein and Patsy on Shelton's Acres. So I wanted to hop on here really fast and let y'all know that SPC pet order with their heart guard and the next guard came in after 13 days, I believe. So we got that order just about like I thought it was, about 2 weeks. So 13 days from the day I placed the order, we received their heart guard and next guard. But I also wanted to tell you Klein's story. So Patsy and Klein, we assume, are brother and sister. I was going to pick the kids up from school one afternoon, driving down the road, kind of a busy road with some bigger trucks that come down it. And I see these two little bitty puppies running in the road. And instinctually, I stop. And these puppies just come running to me. And they were so little, I got one in each arm. And put them in the van, put them in my passenger seat. I knew we did not need more. We had a dog at the time already. And I knew we really didn't need 2 more. But I just could not leave those puppies on the road to get hit by a car. So I tried to take them to the Humane Society, and they told me they didn't have any room. Let me get Miss Cora out of this swing. She's tired of it. So I tried to take them to the Humane Society, and they said they didn't have room for them, and asked if I could keep them on a 5-day hold. And after that 5-day hold, that maybe they would have some adoptions, and then they would have room for them. So I said, okay. But are you sure I could bring them back in the 5 days and y'all take them? And the lady said yes. So we did that. And of course, in those 5 days, the kids fell in love with them. And my husband said, well, why can't we keep them? So we did. But at that time, the Humane Society had already, registered them. So we ended up paying to adopt them. And we got Patsy and Klein spayed. And after Klein got spayed, or neutered, he was just very, very sick. I mean, like scary sick. So for some reason, it was a little while before I could take him into the vet. But by the time I was able to take him into the vet, I mean, he looked awful. So took him into the vet, and he was very sick. He was running a fever. They believed that he may have a abdominal obstruction. And that was very possible because my girls, come out here with flip-flops and leave them, and the puppies were chewing them up and chewing up things that the girls had left out here. So the vet told me that if we didn't do like an exploratory surgery, that he would probably become septic and die. So these are my girls' babies, and Klein was their favorite. They just loved Klein because he was a little calmer than Patsy was. But so I told him okay, and I think they gave me an estimate of like $1,000 to $1,500, and didn't know where I was going to get that money, but I couldn't let my kid's dog just die. So he did the surgery. I got a call. There was not an obstruction. Klein was just filled, his abdomen and even into his esophagus, I believe, was filled with abscesses, infection, just full of infection and pus. Sorry, I know that's gross. But Klein had to stay at the vet's office for, I think, maybe 5 days. Or long, no, he was there longer, but 5 days, I believe, his abdomen remained open. They didn't close him up because there's just so much infection, they had to let it all drain out. So they left his abdomen open with it wrapped. And he was probably at the vet for a couple of weeks with antibiotics and this and that. And the final bill, I think, was $3,000 or maybe a little over $3,000. But God bless the vet. He worked with us and came down on that vet bill for us, which was a blessing, and allowed us to make, you know, small payments until we got our tax return to pay him off. But so Klein got better. He came home, but then he started getting sickly again. And I called the vet and I said, you know, I think it had been like 3 months or 4 months maybe since he had gotten better. And I called the vet and I was like, you know, since he had such an extensive infection, could we try another round of antibiotics to see if that would help him feel better? Because he just started acting real sick again. He said, sure. When I had all my girls in the car and it was loud, and the lady was telling me the cost, and I thought she said it was $7 and something for 2 weeks of antibiotics. Well, come to find out, it was $70 something for these antibiotics. So that was steep for us. But I was like, oh well, we're doing it. So he took the antibiotics. He felt better. A few months go by and here he is sick again. And I'm like, I cannot afford, I can't afford to keep buying these antibiotics. I just don't have $75 to spare regularly. So, but I'm not going to just let my dog, you know, suffer and die. So I started researching about natural antibiotics for dogs. Be easy, Klein. And I found a recipe for something called golden paste. So what that is turmeric, cinnamon, black pepper, and coconut oil. So I made this golden paste for Klein, and I started giving him 1/4 of a teaspoon every day, and he got better, you know. So he goes a few more months and here we go again. He's sickly. He's got, because I stopped giving him the golden paste, he's like so bad. He's got like a golf, not a golf ball, like a softball mass on his neck, and he won't eat. He's just laying around, very, very, very lethargic. So I'm like, okay, let me start giving him this golden paste again, because this time I really thought, oh my God, he's gonna die. He was so bad. And I even started bracing the girls, thinking, I don't know about Klein. He's sick again. And the vet had told me, because he was a stray and I picked him up off the side of the road, we don't know his history. We don't know if he just has bad genetics. There's something, you know, hereditary wrong with him. We don't know. So I started giving him the golden paste again, and y'all, he came back to life. I could not believe that he came back to life. So if you have animals, and the golden paste is good, they can have it all the time. I mean, you could take it as well, and it's just good for you. And you could try it out with them, you know, give them a smaller amount to begin with to make sure that they don't have any kind of allergic reactions or anything like that. But just give them to him on a daily basis. That's what I've started doing with Klein, because it seemed like when I stopped giving it to him, he would start getting sick again. So I give him like 1/4 of a teaspoon of golden paste every day, and he is just as lively and playful. And it saved his life when I couldn't afford to get antibiotics from the vet. So y'all look it up. It's called golden paste. All it is turmeric, cinnamon, black pepper, and coconut oil. I recommend dividing it into like your 1/4 of a teaspoon doses, and then freezing it that way. It's much easier. It will keep in the refrigerator for a couple of weeks, but then you need to put it in the freezer. So golden paste for your dogs, also good for you as well, for your health. You could take it. But like I said, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a vet, I'm not a practitioner in any shape or form, so do your research. But I just wanted to tell y'all Klein's story and how it saved him and saved us a ton of money. But most importantly, it saved him. But please remember to like and subscribe, and y'all have a wonderful day. Say bye-bye. Can you say bye-bye? Say bye, Klein. Say see you later.